Hey everyone, it's Mr. Ray here from the high school again, and I am here to show you some of the basics of the Google Classroom, so that way you can help your student navigate their classroom pages and help them complete their work. If you've not seen my first video, which outlines how to access Google Classroom, and you still need to know how to do that, go back and watch the other video that can help you access Google Classroom. But if you already know how to access Google Classroom, you are in the perfect spot to learn how some of the basics of Google Classroom. So, here is our home page for Google Classroom. After we've clicked in our class, we will see this page right here. Now, in the top part of this page, you will see the title for your class. So, for like my classes, it might say American History or it might say Algebra 1. But whatever the class name is, you will see that right here. Now, there is other information that the teacher can give you access to. Like it might say first, second hour underneath. It might even have the teacher's name right here as well. So whatever information from that teacher or for that class, you will see that information right here. Now this page is called the stream page, and it is one of three different sections that your student can have access to. And right now I'm just going to show you the stream. And the stream is probably going to be where your student will spend most of their time. Now here on the left-hand side, you will see this section that says upcoming. Upcoming will show you any work that is due that week. So as you can see, I don't have any work that is due this week for this class. Now I can still click on the view all though, and it'll show me that I do have an assignment coming up on August 21st. So if I want to move ahead and I want to get stuff done, if I can, then click on the view all and you'll be able to see that work. But again, the upcoming shows you what work you have for that class just in that week. Now let's move to the right side of the stream. On the right side of the stream, this is kind of like your thread. This is where students can see what the teacher posts, like if the teacher posts any sort of, hey, welcome back, or any sort of like discussions or questions that they want to ask their students, they can post that right here. Now, students, based off of the teacher's restrictions in the classroom, they may have an option to add comments to certain questions or statements like what Ms. Montgomery put right here. Students need to keep in mind that when they type in this section, that comment that they posted is not only seen by the students in their class, but is also seen by the teacher. So they have to keep in mind of what they post and be smart with what they post. Besides questions and statements like this, students can also see their assignments right here as well. So I can see that Ms. Montgomery posted an assignment on August 5th that said Friday's quiz. And if I click on that assignment, it'll take me right to my assignment and it'll show me a page like this where I can access my work, see any instructions, like she said, complete the graphic organizer, and it also shows me how many points it's worth, as well as when the assignment is due. So I can click on this assignment right here, and this would be the graphic organizer that she was wanting me to complete. So I would complete the graphic organizer, and once I complete the graphic organizer, then I can go over here and I can click turn in right here. If your student wants to add any sort of comments, they can add their comments right here. And these comments would only be seen by the teacher, okay, because it says it's private. So they would only see that by the teacher. Your students may also notice that right here it says assigned. When it says assigned, that again means that they have been given the assignment from the teacher, but that does not mean they have completed the assignment yet. So they would still need to go through, complete it, and turn it in. Up next, we're going to go to the classwork section on the stream or up on that page. Now in this classwork section, this is a little bit easier way for your student to see all of the classwork that they have coming up. So most of the time teachers will separate their classwork by units or topics. So in front or at the top of this page, you might see where it says Unit 1 right here, and then they have the assignments, and then they'll say Unit 2 right here, and more assignments. But again, it's just based off the topics. Some teachers don't do that, but most do. So again, I clicked on this classwork tab and I can still see that assignment, that Friday quiz listed right here. Now, your student might be confused when looking at this page of how they know if they've completed an assignment or not. Now, if you see this blue circle here, this shows the student that they have not completed the work yet. If it's blue, that means they have not turned it in. If I go back and I turn this assignment in, oops, there we go. If I turn my assignment in, and I go back to that classwork page, I will see that that blue circle just turned gray. And that gray circle shows that my work has been completed for that assignment, or I've at least turned it in. Another way to do this is if you click on where it says View Work, you will see all of your classwork right here. So the classwork will show over here, it'll say turned in, it might say missing, it could say assigned or returned. Now, this shows you all the classwork, but if you want to see all the assignments that you still have assigned and haven't completed, you can click right here, and there's all of your assigned work right here. And if I want to click return, there's the work that the teacher has graded and they have given back to me for me to either review or revise. And then if I have any missing work, I can click this tab right here, and it'll show me any of the work that I have not turned in or I have completed. So again, going to this section of Google Classroom makes it a little bit easier to find those assignments that maybe you're missing, that slipped through the cracks, or maybe assignments that have been returned to you, so that way you can find them and complete them. Another great portion of the classwork section is right here where it says Google Calendar. If you click on that, it'll take you to the Calendar app with your students that's been associated to your student's Gmail. With this, I can see the month of August, and I can see that my assignment was due on the 21st. And I can also see any other assignment that I have for any other class in this section right here. Now, based off the class, the color of that assignment might be a little bit different. So for this class, this assignment is blue. But for other classes, it might be red, green, or purple, depending on what the teacher has selected for that color. Next, we're going to go over here to the People tab up here next to the Classwork tab. The People tab is very easy for students, or it's very helpful for students because it shows you who are the teachers in this classroom. Sometimes, or most of the time, it'll be one teacher. Sometimes there might be multiple teachers working together within one Google Classroom. So if they want to email a teacher, so like say I want to email Miss Montgomery because I have a question, I just click on the little envelope here, and it will pop up with a message page from my Gmail that automatically has her email in there. So all I need to do is I just need to type in my subject, type in my message, and I can send her an email if I have any questions about my assignment. So with this virtual learning, if they need to access the teacher, instead of going through their Gmail and trying to figure out what their email is, this is a very easy way to just access the teacher's email and email them if possible. The last thing I'm going to show you guys for Google Classroom is over here on the top left side. These three lines this 3 lines gives the students access to the main menu. Over here, they can see all their classes. So if they click here, it'll take them back to this classes page where they can see all their different classes. They can click on the calendar, which shows students what they have going on this week. So you can see everything for all classes, or if I want to switch to my classroom, I can switch to my classroom and I can see I have nothing going on this week. I can also see I have nothing going on next week either. But if I click on this one more time, it'll show me I have my assignment for August 21st that is still there that I have already completed. But again, this shows you on a more week-by-week basis. It makes it easier to find it based off the class you're looking for. Also on this left-hand side, you can see this section that's labeled To Do. And with To Do, we'll show you all the things that you still need left to do. So if I click on my class again, it shows me for my class with Ms. Montgomery that I have nothing left to do for that class. But if I click on Done, it'll show me that I've completed that Friday quiz that was due for August 21st. So this is another great way for if your student needs to figure out what they have done and what they haven't done, this is a very quick way, and it does a great job of putting it in order to show you what you need to get done first before you move on to the next assignment.